So I'm here now sowing my coleus seeds, which I just wanted to tell you a little bit about coleus. So coleus, there's hundreds and hundreds of different varieties of coleus. And also with these seeds, I went in and I Googled, do you cover coleus seeds? So these seeds you do not cover, you just gently press them down into the soil. And what's going to happen is that moisture that's in the block is going to dissolve that purple coating, and then the seed will be exposed, and it needs light to germinate, and then hopefully it'll start growing. Also, I forgot to mention earlier, never sow more than one type of seed on a tray. Reason why: all seeds germinate at different stages. If one lot germinates, and then you would put it under the grow light, but there could be another variety that you got on the same tray that needs darkness, don't need light to germinate, then you're ruining your chances of success. So that's one thing just to keep in mind. That is also one of the good reasons why count your seeds, find out what size of a tray you need, and then you can just put one type of seed on that tray. So now I have my coleus all sown. So coleus is a warm, tender annual. It is very important that when you go to start setting your coleus outdoors to properly do a little each day so that they can get used to being outside. And I will show you how to do that when the times come. So next up is pansies. So pansies are a cool season hardy annuals. A lot of people aren't aware that there are two different types of annuals. And like I said, warm tender annuals, which are much more delicate than cool season hardy annuals. So knowing what you are purchasing is great so that you know how to treat those. With pansies, they don't mind it a little cool, so they can go outside a little earlier than what your warm tender annuals. So I purchased these yesterday at Canadian Tire. I did post on Facebook that Canadian Tire do have their seeds out. I'm going to sow those now. Those seeds do need to be covered, and they are very tiny seeds, as you can tell. Going to give that a shot, and I'll label this container. So I'm going to come back shortly, which will be the next day, and then I'll properly show you guys how to water these after they've had 24 hours of drying out, and we'll be in my grow room. See you soon. Back again. It's now 24 hours later, and I'm in my grow room, which is still quite a mess. Lots of craft supplies for the fairy garden that I'm working on. I've got lots of things built to go in there, so probably towards the end of May I'll be transporting all the fairy items to the farm and get that fairy garden looking great. This morning I wanted to show you guys how to properly water your soil blocks. So yesterday, after I finished recording, I sowed some more seeds. So this is what I've got planted: coleus, which coleus seeds do not need to be covered. And as you can see, the little cells are just sitting on top of the blocks. And then I planted 150 pansies, show Swiss giant, and these are the yellow bell peppers, and then these are some more pansies. So I'm going to take my watering can. So when I was telling you guys about the channels, these are the channels here, and I have my watering can with a long spout on it. So what I'm going to do, I'm just gently going to pour that water into that channel until it reaches the back of the tray. And you want to have your tray is on a flat surface. So as you can see, water is gone to the back. Then we'll try this one here. And the water is just slowly hitting towards the back of that tray. There you go. So I'll do those two. These blocks now have been sitting for 5 to 10 minutes and the blocks have absorbed the water. So I'm just going to show you now how to properly drain these blocks. So I use an old beef bucket, and you're just going to gently take your tray and let that water gently fall off into the bucket. Now that these blocks are really wet, they're really slippery, so they will slide. If I was to tip this really deep, they would slide off. Another thing that I forgot to mention, whatever you do, do not directly pour water on top of the blocks. You will destroy your blocks. Also, people don't water using the water can, they use a spray bottle. That's fine, whatever works for you. I prefer the watering can so that I know the channels are nice and full. It's got that time to absorb the water, and then I can just drain off the excess. So up to oneself. Little change of plans for my coleus. I am going to cover them with some vermiculite, which will allow for light to still come in on those seeds. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my tray and I'm going to sprinkle some of this all over my soil blocks. And this product does allow for the light to still shine through. So even though these seeds are older seeds and they are pelletized, I still want to give them a fighting chance. Hopefully now we'll get better germination with this vermiculite on top of the soil blocks. So guys, thanks for following. I'm sure there's lots of other information that I've missed, and as each video I'll be giving you more and more tips, so please hit that subscribe button. I look forward to growing with you guys. Take care, have a great day, love you all.